So how does the world's most popular musical dazzle audiences show after show with its incredible costumes, music, puppets, and props?
And everything is so fantastic in the show. If you've seen Disney's The Lion King since it came to the Peace Center, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about the costumes. Jennifer Martin takes us behind the scenes for a look at the amazing pieces.
Well, there are so many elements that make Disney's The Lion King such a magical show, but it wouldn't be the same without its Tony Award-winning costumes. I'm here with Gregory, the wardrobe supervisor of this show. Hi, good to see you.
How you doing? Great. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's so good to be back here behind the scenes, and we're surrounded by beautiful costumes. Maybe you can start here with this one. This looks like something from Simba's early days.
Well, this is in the second act. The first act starts with muted browns and golds, and then he takes Nala to this lush place where it turns into the greens and the bright colors. And this is one of the pod dresses. This is actually a plant. And then it's the background for the Nala and Simba scene. And then all of a sudden they bloom and he shows her all the wonderful place that he's taken her to. And
look at that movement. And it's so cool how these costumes kind of use all that movement, and there's puppetry involved too. So that's one of your favorites?
Yes, this is one of my favorites.
What else do we have here?
This, you have a bird lady dressed at the top of the scene. You have 5 bird ladies that come down the aisle for the presentation of Simba. And this is one of the bird ladies.
That's a really iconic part of the show. Whenever you're sitting in a show, it's not always that the cast members come into the audience, but here they're coming down the aisle, and this is one of those costumes that they come down in?
Yes, this is one they come down. This is on stage. And dashikis, they start at the top of the second act in this. So this is one that comes down the aisle also.
So cool.
And matching hat.
All of these different colors kind of symbolize different things in the show. That's the matching hat.
Well, this one is the top of the second act, and they'll be flying kites, so they're actually birds flying around. It took me forever to figure out what they were, because all of a sudden they're humans, but they're actually birds. They're mostly all animals and plants. It's amazing how she transformed the actors into that to become background scenery.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about. Step with me this way. There's some really cool costumes right here that look like plants, right? So talk to me about these. What are these exactly?
Well, this is part of the tutu dress. Okay, and this is actually the tutu that goes on the dress. So you have the performer inside here, and this is connected to the dress. So it actually looks like a ballerina tutu.
What kind of material is this? This is so neat.
This is just a cotton. It's just underneath is a Velcro.
Okay.
So that's why it's so stiff. But then there's another, so there's layers of fabric on top of fabric.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, and it's good to see some of your favorites.
Good, I'm glad you came.
Yeah, and if you just had to point out, one costume that really stands out, what should people be looking for in the show?
I think the lioness.
The lioness. Yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Gregory. Good to see you here, and make sure that you see The Lion King.
Definitely one of my favorite shows of all time. Disney's The Lion King is showing at the Peace Center through June 25th.